Almost 4 months after a Northwest suburban woman was killed in a Florida Keys parasailing accident, the operator of that boat is now facing charges.
And here to discuss the case is one of the lawyers representing her family, attorney Pedro Echarte of the Haggard law firm. Pedro, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so get us updated on the case. Are your clients pleased that charges have been brought here?
My clients are relieved. This has been a long time coming, based on the facts that we've come through our civil case, and also what came out yesterday with the arrest of Mr. Couch, the captain. The amount of failures it's just astonishing, and it's heartbreaking. There were so many opportunities to prevent this tragedy, but the family is relieved, and they're thankful for the authorities and all the investigative efforts that they've made.
He faces 1 count manslaughter, 5 counts violating commercial parasailing statutes. Bring us back up to speed here and tell us what happened. You're saying that he just cut the tether there when they hit some high winds?
Yeah, so the failures start long before that. He wasn't checking the weather that day. He actually lied to authorities about having checked the weather on his cell phone, but he had multiple manners and ways to do this. And then you can look at the video that we're watching now. I mean, there's no reason that they should have even been up in the air at that point. But then the winds got very strong at some point during the parasailing, this voyage that we're watching now, and it pegged the parasail, meaning he lost control of the parasail and the winch wasn't big enough to bring it down. So instead of taking certain maneuvers with the vessel, which is what you're supposed to do, he cut the parasail, he cut the tow line, which let them fly freely, subject to the winds, which is absolutely the last thing you do in these circumstances.
Wound up killing the mom. The 2 other boys were injured. Do you have an update, Pedro, on how those boys are doing?
They're recovering physically, but certainly emotionally. The 2 boys, it was one of their mother, and then the nephew was also up with her. I mean, you can only imagine. There's going to be a long road to recovery.
So
for them, and her husband, who was on the boat, witnessed this whole tragedy unfold.
wow. So again, the boat captain arrested and charged. Should we expect further legal action in this case?
There will be further civil action. The only civil lawsuit that's been filed is against the operator of the vessel, Lighthouse Parasail, but we expect to be filing a lawsuit against the captain himself, the mate, and then eventually the marina that they operated out of, and they advertised this parasail company.
Okay, such a tragic situation. Pedro Echarte with the Haggard law firm. Thank you so much for the update. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Have a great night.